So this lesson is about graduated commission. In this instance now, sometimes depending on what job you have or what you're selling, basically what will happen is you might start with you have to sell a certain amount of product at a certain commission rate, and then that commission rate will increase if you sell more than a certain amount. So say maybe if you're selling, I don't know, whatever the product is, you sell up to $20,000 worth of that product, and maybe you get a 3% commission rate. But anything you do in sales above 20,000 will have a higher commission rate. Maybe your commission rate bumps up to 4% or 5%. So it kind of creates a little bit of an incentive for you to sell more so that you can bump up what your commission rate is. So that's what graduated commission is. So what we're going to do today is kind of go through some examples and look to see what that can look like and how you calculate it out. So Ty earns graduated commission selling appliances. So he makes 3% on the first $20,000 in sales, and he then makes 4.5% on sales over $20,000. So anything over and above. So the first 20,000, he's making 3%, and then anything additional over the 20,000, he's going to make 4.5%. So last month, his total sales were $35,950, and we want to know what Ty's gross income for the month is. So because he went over the 20,000, we know right off the bat he is going to make he's going to make the 3% on that first 20,000. Thing is, he made over and above. So how much over and above did he go? Well, let's take the 35,950 and let's subtract from it that 20,000. So if we take 35,950, subtract the 20,000, we're finding out that he has got $15,950 worth of sales over 20,000. So this amount here, that was additional over the 20,000, is actually going to get that commission of 4.5%. So he's going to have the 3% on the 20,000. So we're going to take that 0.03 because it's a percentage, divide by 100. So you divide it by 100, you times it by the 20,000, and we're going to get 0.03 times 20,000, and he's going to get $600. So that's the first 20,000. Now his commission rate went up. So now it's going to be 0.045 times the extra additional over the 20,000, which is the 15,950. So we're going to take the 15,950 and we're going to times it by 0.045, and he makes $717.75 on that last bit over the 20,000. So interesting when you look at it, he didn't sell as much as the 20,000 in the first shot, but he's making a higher commission rate on it. So that's why he's getting more money in the end out of that second part. So now all we want to do, we want to find out what his gross income, so his total income for the month is. So we're essentially going to just take these two, add them together, and his gross for the month is $1,317.75. That's his gross. So finding out each piece and then adding all those incomes together. Okay, so second example, when selling a home, a real estate agent makes 5% commission on the first $250,000 of the home selling price, and then makes 2% on any amount over that. So they're really taking, a higher commission rate off of the first chunk, because most homes, depending on the cost of the home, is going to be more average price at this. And then anything over and above, you're still making 2%. You're not making as much, but you're also dealing in larger amounts of money here compared to the last question. So how much does Sue make if she sells a house worth $375,000? Well, same thing. We know the first 250 is the 5%. We need to know how much over and above. So we're going to take the 375,000 and we're going to subtract from it the 250,000 to figure out what she is, her commission rate of 2%, how much she would actually have at that particular percentage. So 375, subtract the 250, and we're getting, so she's really at 2%, we're going to times it by the 125,000. So initially, she's got the 5%, which is 0.5, times the 250,000. And when we do that, we are going to get $12,500. That's the commission on the first 250,000. Now, the last over and above the 250,000 is 125,000. That's the additional. So really, in essence, these numbers here should add up to what the total sales were. The 250 and the 125, they're going to add up to what the total sales were. This 125,000 though was at 2%. So 0.02. So 0.02 times 125,000, which gives us 2,500. So that gives Sue an additional 2,500 on her commission. So again, we're adding these two together. So we take the 2,500 plus the 12,500, and we find out that her commission was $15,000. Now again, that's before deductions, but that's exactly what she ends up with. Okay, last example. Owen earns $1,250 monthly selling merchandise. He also earns 2.5% commission on his first $30,000 in sales, and then 4% on sales over $30,000. So last month, his total sales were $53,000. So in here, there's a lot of information going on. So this is looking at, you've got graduated commission happening in here, but he also has a wage plus commission happening. He's guaranteed a monthly salary. Okay, so he's earning this month or much before commission even starts. So his commission is a nice bonus, but then within the commission, the more he sells, the more he's getting in terms of a commission rate on it. So question A is only strictly talking about commission. So that means we're not even going to worry about the $1,250 that he makes in salary without selling anything. So leave that out of the equation right now. We're only going to focus on the commission side of things. So just like before, we know his total sales is $53,000. We know the first $30,000, he's making 2.5%. So we need to know then for the 4%, how much he was actually selling over the 30,000. So we take the 53,000 and we want to know the difference. So we're going to subtract the 30,000 off of it, and we're getting $23,000. So the $23,000 is going to be at 4%. The first 30,000 is going to be at the 2.5%. So 2.5%, that's 0.025 times 30,000. And then we also have the 0.04%, and that is going to be times the additional money over the 30,000, which is going to be the 23,000. So I'm take each of these, we're going to multiply them together. So 0.025 times 30,000. So making $750 on the first 30,000, and on the last 23,000, Owen is making $920. So again, we're going to add these two together, and we are going to find out that the commission is $1,670. So that's just the commission part of his earnings. Again, before deductions, right? So the second part says, what was Owen's monthly gross pay? Well, that is just basically, we're looking at his, to find gross, you're just taking his salary plus his commission. So in this case, this is where the $1,250 comes in. So the base salary of $1,250 plus his commission amount of $1,670, and we add those together, and his gross pay is $2,920. That's gross. That's before deductions happening. So that was what happened. That's for a month. That's what he's grossing for a month. And that is the end of graduated commission. So now you can go and try practice.